So in this exercise, with this invitation, either inviting the pure light self in through the core flow to then start interfacing with the chakras, or whether you feel yourself as these two layer cakes of chakra light coming into unification and then being with the process on the inside. There are multiple ways you can experience this. However it is that it happens for you, in that interfacing, there's going to be transformation and movement. And this will happen through different layers or different order of layering for each of you, depending on your need at the moment, your capacity, the perfection of this moment, and any moment you do this exercise. So there's not one expected outcome. There's not one expected or correct experience. It's going to be infinitely variable. So in this invitation and the embodiment of these sets of chakras in harmonization, you can rest in the process that occurs. We've spoken at different points about identity and the function of identity and the multiple layers that we have. Your identity is your humanness, your identity is your soul, your identity in the light body. And resting here together, identity can be with the humanness receiving the light body, identity can be in the light body dissolving the conditioning. Identity can be in multiple aspects of awareness. We are an exquisite miracle where you experience yourself as one identity, and yet in the softening on the inside, as one opens to the I am of light and love and water and minerals and molecules and infinite layers of consciousness, one begins to recognize self in this exquisite multiplicity of created identity on small, micro and macro scale, in an organization that allows experience. The invitation in this exercise is to allow identity to soften. In a certain sense, your conditioned identity has held on to itself and I don't have a word to use here. Well, what I'm trying to speak about is the water, the air, the minerals, the atoms, the connectivity between everything is all in cahoots in an organization that reflects the conditioning, the patterns, the light, the ideas, the concepts of separation, the construct of identity and consciousness based on that. Those frequencies then resonating in the water, and then the water holds in your body, holds that frequency of those resonant, the frequency of those thoughts. So the whole thing together is then an organization, an expression of consciousness in all these structures or aspects or frequencies of itself, in through the conditioned reality. The light body is the same, only it is resting in a light purity in through all the structures and substance and elements and aspects of consciousness that form to support the embodiment at that level of being. So where the macrocosm, where the wholeness, the oneness, the individuated expression, and all the microscopic identities, all at the same time, that come together to create this miracle of being on multiple resonances of consciousness. And so in this invitation, in this exercise, there's an invitation of opening to all those small bits of identity, allowing consciousness to surrender itself so much. Identity lets go of the water holding itself in a particular frequency, frees the water to open to its pure, divine essence, free of story. The infinite light of your purity meets the atoms that are resonating in a particular frequency, allows those to be met in this illumination, to let go of any conditioning, to resonate in their own pure frequency. And so in this exercise and the surrendering and this harmonizing, there's a dissolving of the identity and the conditioning through each of the chakras, through your psyche, through your sense of self, through your cells, through the energetic communication and exchange of frequencies between cells, through the molecules, through the atoms, through the energetic exchange and communication between atoms. There's an invitation of a transformation and harmonizing and purification through all these layers.